We are more ready if we unmute our mic. Excellent. We are professional. We're very good at this. Okay, my stream manager is lying to me. Did we get disconnected and reconnected or something? It's gonna force me to run an ad sooner than expected. Because it seems to think I disconnected and reconnected. Oh well. So, we have returned. And what have we returned to? We have decided to reincarnate. And why? Because if you were here for last stream, and you recall the attempts to figure out a gear set, I don't really have a charisma-based melee gear set prepared, and I don't want to really figure one out. So instead, we're going to reincarnate. And I know that, I believe it was Needs More Chai in chat, who was suggesting like a dual wield build. Instead, I have thought that what I actually want to do is I want to do a caster life. Because I have not done a caster life in quite some time. Because, well, I've been doing Iconics, and a lot of Iconics have this thing where their base class is something melee. You've got shifters that are barbarians, you've got monks that are tabaxi. I did a Blade Forge life as paladin, and so on and so forth. Oh, I think I may or may not have done a Purple Dragon Knight life. In any case, I'm going to do my Chaos Mancer lives, because among other things, it'll give me a nice dash for my what? For my future lives from the past life on it. So we've got that advantage, which is nice. Alright, we're going to let these ads do whatever they're going to do because Twitch is confused. In any case, so we're going to go for some caster lives because we haven't done that in a while, which means we're going to have to do a little bit of inventory management here. Now, one reason why that's not too big of a concern is that if you are unaware, and let me actually put this up. There's a code up for 100 free shared bank slots. So instead of messing around with a lot of moving stuff around and trying to get all of my stuff going properly, instead, we're going to be able to shove like 30 items into shared bank, which I wouldn't have had the room for before. But now I will have room for that, which is nice. So we're going to take what benefits we can get and call that good. Okay, so we're going to go through here and we're going to stick all of the... I'm just going to get rid of these. Some of the stuff is going to go into shared, some of it's going to go in my normal bank, but suffice to say, we should be going well. We're going to keep that on us, we're going to keep that on us, keep that on us. Yes, 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 we're going to keep that. What about this one? Is this bound to character? It is, so that has to stay with us. And that has to stay with us. Do these have to stay with us? No, that's bound to account. I can go over there. That stays here, this stays here, this stays here. Lots of stuff is going to stay here, in fact. Brutal Force can go there. Yeah, strength. These stay, these stay. Obviously the raid loot has to stay because it's bound to character, so I can't put it anywhere else. That is a Charisma Shattered Onyx, definitely going to keep that. Can't get rid of that one. Alright. So now, to make things a little easier to deal with, we're going to move some stuff around in our in our bags here, so we can just kind of see, without having to sort through everything, what's going on. Oh. Okay, so it looks like we did get disconnected and reconnected, because Stream Elements popped up another going live notification. It should be fine, though. So we just need to gather, get us a little bit more bag space. Here we go. Okay. There. Now we can just use this bag to determine where everything is going. Now obviously, since right now we're grabbing mostly raid gear, it's all going to go into our character bank, because it's bound to character. But we are going to be doing Chaosmancer, which is based on Sorcerer, and we haven't done a Sorcerer in quite some time, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. And because I plan to do multiple of these lives in a row, it means I will actually have a reason to optimize the final gear set instead of just being like, eh. Colossus is bound to account, yes? No, that's raid loot. Alright, so these are both bound to character. That's bound to character. Armor. Wild card. Wild heart. Why do I even have this? I'm going to toss this here just in case. Because I don't know why I have it. Maybe I have a reason for having it. Most of these are getting bound to account. So it's going to be interesting to run this build because I'm used to having a lot of the extra tankiness from Eldritch Knight. So missing that and being a lot more glass cannon is going to be an interesting experience that I'm not going to be used to. But this is going to be a good opportunity for me to, at least doing this initial filtering, shove a lot of the melee-centric gear into the shared bank so I can redistribute it. Because I've had a lot of different builds as I've gone through this, and I've kind of built up a lot of just random items that I probably shouldn't be carrying around like all the time on my main. So that's that. That is... yeah, that can go. Which one is this one? Subtle Pain? Yeah, that can go. And then these are all bound to character. Actually, I don't think all of those were bound to character, but enough of them are that I'm not going to look at them too carefully. So right now, I'm probably going to be going fire. Because I like fire. But who knows? Maybe I'll reconsider that and go frost or something. It's not like it really changes the build too much, because the feats are going to be meta magics. It's just like, okay, what are we going to do? Alright, so we have meta magic feats, we have DC feats, and that's it. That's what we're doing. Now, obviously, we could change some stuff around if we really wanted to, for, say, if we wanted to put in the extra crit feats instead. But I think we're going to go with DCs just in case. Which one is this one? Strength and speed. I can go there. Cloak. Waste. Brutal force. Okay, so Brutal Force can go there. These will go here. Rings. Lionheart can go. What is this one? 2 to insightful DCs. We might actually just straight up wear that next life. Oh, that bank is full. Excellent. So now the only decisions we're making is, does it go in my bags or does it go to the shared bank? What is this? Unlocked Mind. Quality Int, Universal Spell Lore, or Exceptional Spell Lore. We might wear that if we can't work in the Exceptional Spell Lore elsewhere. But we're gonna put the Celestial Sapphire there. Yeah, we're just gonna call that good, keep those on us. Keylock can go. Hands. Wildwood can go. Tranquility can go. And the rest stay with me. Hello, Need More Chai. Welcome. If you were not here when I was speaking of it earlier, I am going to disappoint you. Well, yes and no. I am going to be dual wielding, at least most of the time, but I am going to be a caster, so it's not quite the same. It's like, technically speaking, I will be dual wielding, but they will be caster sticks. Alright, Legendary Spectre Boots. Yeah, those go to shared bank. We keep these, we keep these. Alright, feet, wrists. That stays with me. All these stay with me. Wait, no, the Wind Howler bracers will go to shared. So, if you hadn't seen it, we have our code over here, which is what's letting me do this without jumping back and forth to bank characters. Which is the 100 shared bank slots, which is a lot of shared bank slots. So it's very convenient. I was only off by like 22-ish. Oh, but I guess while I'm here, I might as well do my rolls. Okay, we'll take it. We rolled 98. We got a Tome of Fate +2. Now this character already has that, but good for an alt. Oh. You know what? I'll take that over the opposite. I will take the 98 on gold and 9 on silver over the other way around. I was gonna say I'll take that every day, but you know, we don't get gold rolls every day. That's an every week thing. So let's see. I don't think I need to go anywhere or do anything. Because I can buy my iconic heart just straight up with heart seeds. Why do I still have so many of these? Clear. Iconic True Heart of Wood, yes. That's why. So I actually had more bag space than I thought because I had overcapped on my commendations. Alright, so got my heart. Hall of Heroes. Does she freak out from fireworks? She doesn't like the loud noises, so yes. But she doesn't like do the freak out barking. She gets scared. She'll like hide under the desk and she shakes a lot. She doesn't do well with thunderstorms either. So it'll be a kind of a rough weekend for her. A friend gave me some of these like herbal calming treat things that I don't know how much they help, but they seem to help at least a little bit, so that's good. All right. We are off to the races. So, Chaosmancer shouldn't be too tricky. Like, this is one of those builds that, unlike the current build, I could probably do it from memory. Chaosmancer. Alright. All of the charisma. 16 con. There we go. Enough strength to not be crippled, a little bit of dex, and a little bit of int for spell point, or for skill points. Alright, we want concentration, we want spellcraft, and we want 1 in perform, 1 in UMD. In fact, I'll take out 2 spellcraft for 1 tumble. Alright. Maximize. And I don't even need to worry about the order that much, even. Like, the thing I'm most likely to mess up here is choosing the wrong spells. Because I need to get both my normal sorcerer spells and my Chaosmancer spells. No, we're going to be true neutral, thank you very much. I kind of like the leaf hair look. We'll go with this one. Do I need... No, I don't need any particular alignment for any feats or anything. Alright, Wild Mage it is. See, at first I thought it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to do weird stuff with this, in order to get this to work right, because I already have Sorcerer Lives. It's like, but these aren't Sorcerer Lives. They're the Archetype Lives. Hi. Wild Mage training, yes. Spellcraft, concentration, yes. We will take... See, the thing is, we don't need to worry about stuff like Burning Hands for low level because we're iconic. We're not going to be at low level. So we can just go straight for our utility low level spells and not worry about it. Dump them all in UND. We'll take Arcane Initiate, sure, why not? 1 to all DCs, always very nice. Do we want normal color spray? Do we want Featherfall? No, no, no. Take protection from evil. There we go. Wild Mage training. More charisma. All the charisma. Only charisma. All charisma all the time. And we will take Blur. It's been a while. And we will grab Invisibility and Knock. Let's see. Bluff is a class skill, so I guess as far as the socials go, we'll just grab that as our 1 social skill. Alright, meta magics. Like, the question here is like mental toughness versus DCs, and I think I'm gonna go with DCs, so. But first, where's our meta magics? There we go. Quicken, thank you very much. We will take Displacement. Okay, next level is Wild Mage. There we go. We will take Fireball, and we will take... What did I say? Knock? Knock. There it is. Okay. Next. Concentration and Spellcraft. There we go. Level 4. I believe we're going to take Dimension Door because we know we want D-Door. Go. Alright. Defensive. Exotic weapon proficiency. Martial. Metamagics. Empower. Okay, so now we'll take Chaos Hammer here. The Chaos Hammer. Does Chaos Sphere AoE to targets in its path? What was my other option here? We'll grab Haste. Oh, and we have another level 2. Resist energy. Okay, training, next level. UMD. Go. Level 5. What do we want? Do we want to grab Wild Strike? Greater Color Spray? I'll take Greater Color Spray. Even though, like, I'm not 100% sure I'm picking the right spells, but we'll make it work. The thing is, there's not a whole lot else at level 5. Like, there's various dots, this Prismatic Ray that can be useful. We'll grab Wild Strike, just for the hell of it. Level 4. We're not going to grab Fire Shield because I plan to use the Draconic one, although that's less flexible than this Fire Shield. Oh, what? Let me look at the builder real quick. What level 4 spells did I get? Ah, yes. That's a builder bug. It told me I had a spell that I don't actually have. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Remove Curse. Remove Curse is handy for a lot of things, even though you can get potions for it. And level 3... we'll grab Rage. Alright, speak about Wild Mage training. Next level's Wild Mage. UMD, Spellcraft. Yeah, Arcane casters do get Remove Curse. Alright, we already have the past life we want. We're gonna get Enchantment. No, not Enchantment, Evocation. There we go. Level 6. Prismatic Strike, yes? Yeah. Okay. Concentration, Spellcraft, that. Next. We'll grab Greater Heroism, or good to Dispel Magic. We will take... Protection from Elements, and we will take the Shout stun, or is it only Greater Shout? Shout doesn't have crowd control on it, so maybe not. There's not a whole lot at this level that's useful, so I guess we will grab Fire Shield after all. Okay, Delay Blast Fireball. Okay. Buff, Concentration, Spellcraft, UMD, and now I have 2 points left to go to something else that is not a class skill. Swim. And then we get, still way down here at the bottom, Greater Spell Focus Evocation. Okay, so we already got Delay Blast Fireball. Our other options here are Disco Ball and Prismatic Spray. We'll take the Prismatic Spray, and we'll take Disco Ball. Which one is it? Color Spray, Greater Color Spray, Prismatic Ray, Prismatic Strike, and Prismatic Spray. Oh, it went away. Yes, 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 and that, yes. That one. So it is prismatic. Prismatic Spray does get the extra damage. Yes. Yes, okay. So we will take Prismatic Spray. And then for level 6s, we'll take Greater Heroism. And then for level 5s, we will take Prismatic Ray, maybe? Sure. All right. Now we can spend some points. The question is, which one do I go down first? Fire or Wild Mage? Let's see what happens if we just do Fire. Oh, we also 2 points into Feydark. Because I have a Universal Tome. So... You know, I don't think I'm gonna do this for, like, later on, but I think I'm gonna lean more heavily into Chaos for now. Grab our Greater Color Spray SLA from here. Go into... Alright, so we do want Charisma here. We'll take that. We will take Fire and Light. Alright, and we will... Chaos Bolt we don't care about. Take 3 points there, and 1 point there. Which one is this? Wild Magic? No, we don't care. There we go. We're not going to take Power and Chaos. We definitely take this. We will take Chaos Sphere. Take that. Take this for crit on Chaos spells. Unstable Sorcery. I don't think I want either of these. Yeah. So we're just going to take Charisma here. Charisma here. We will take our Wild Strike SLA. We will take DCs. I don't think we're going to be close to MRR cap while leveling, so it doesn't matter. So we'll accept that for now. How many points do we have left? 16. Alright, so we'll get those for SLAs. I don't know how well this is going to work, because I only really planned out my point spend for, like, at cap. I'm a little concerned at my lack of SLAs, which is how I normally level with mostly SLAs. But let's just see what we can do, eh? Okay, so we also want to set our Reaper points. Don't want to forget that. Classic failure when reincarnating is to forget one of these things, so we're not going to fall into that trap this time. Strength. More strength. This doesn't really give us too big a benefit, but this does. Go. It's going to be quite the change going from Monk, which has just ridiculous amounts of physical defenses, to something far, far squishier in the Chaosmancer. So, spells. Alright, gotta take all of our buff spells out here. Did I pick up Permablur? I did, okay. So we'll put Blur up here for if I need to cast on other people. We'll bring out Invisibility, we've got Knock, Resist Elements, Displacement is short term. Bring out Fireball, I don't know if I'll be using it since it is lower level. Chaos Hammer, D-Door. And alright, so we have Greater Color Spray, we have Prismatic Strike, we have this, we have this. I have a lot. I guess this is the thing that makes Chaosmancers a little better than some other things, which is that you get a lot of abilities in your chosen element, as opposed to like fire. What do I have? Well, I've got Delayed Blast Fireball. Now, on the one hand, that's not much. On the other hand, you generally need a lot more than Delayed Blast Fireball a lot of the time. So let's go to enhancements. Doesn't get increased. No, it doesn't. That's a melee character thing. Alright, Find Familiar goes over here. That's a stance. Greater Color Spray, SLA. Power, Riches of Randomness. Ah, yes, this is a this is Chest Blessing. Alright, so we don't have a ton of SLAs, but we do have a lot of overall spells we could be using. So we're probably going to narrow it down to only the high level spells. Right, but for our SLAs, we do want to turn all of our meta magics on. So I'm trying to think, what is my main nuke going to be? Because I did take this, which adds 1d6 to the other damaging effect to like Greater Color Spray and such. So I have like Prismatic Spray, which is okay, but we also have Greater Color Spray. We have Wild Strike, we have this, we have Chaos Hammer, which is probably okay. Obviously, we can just do Delayed Blast Fireball. But we'll see if this damage is enough to make these things main nukes or not. But now we're going to continue setting up all of our SLAs with all of our stuff. Okay, so all of our SLAs are set up, so that's good. We're not going to put on any of this. I was hoping that somewhere in here I would start out with some spell components, but it appears that that is not the case. We will put on the what? The cosmetic armor, but we're gonna ditch all of the normal gear. Alright, and we will make our way to a bank.
Dark cults of the goddess Shar have spread throughout Cormyr. The priests propagating this treason must be thrown into the prison city of Wayloon, and the Purple Dragon Knights are seeking help in the task.
Okay, so we'll do all of our gearing up in Evening Star, I guess. Because it's got all the kinds of vendors and bankers and all the other stuff that we need to really get going. Okay. I'm probably going to have to jump around to Alt to grab actual gear here in a second once I find out which slots I'm missing. But that is something that we will deal with in a moment. Alright, show me level 1 to 2 stuff. Because that's where all the bags are. Bags. Bags. Gibber's Blade. Bags. Alright, put that over there. More bags. I forgot to sell my spell components last life, so that's taken up a little space that I didn't need to. Tapestry pouch we don't care about. We'll grab our completed sigil just in case. I know there's other stuff in here that I want. We'll take our key to the city, sure. We'll take our harper pin and our quiver. And yep. And our XP goggles and our featherfall cloak. Very good. I'm going to put these over here for now until I figure out if I want to actually hotkey them. Okay, so now we get to our level 5 stuff. Crown of Butterflies, that's not one we care about. We would like Crown of Snow. Show me... Do I have a Crown of Snow in here? I do have a Crown of Snow in here. I don't know if we're going to keep that as our headpiece, but we might. Neck. No, none of those. Alright, necklaces. No, that's ice. We have ice and lightning necks. We have golden guile, which we will grab as a swap. But this other stuff is not good enough necks, so we're going to have to go and find a neck on one of our bank characters. Alright. Eyes go here. Weapons. Weapons? Corrosion, magnetism, radiance. Radiance is good. And our other element is fire. Actually, we might swap this around a little bit. It depends, though. Shield? Does this include orbs? Yeah, Resplendent Fury. Insightful Charisma, Insightful Radiance, Insightful Radiance Lore. So, these kind of conflict with each other in that they both give our Insightful Radiance and we don't get our fire, but assuming that we're primarily, at least for leveling, chaos damage, then we don't care as much about our fire. Alright. Rune arm armor. What are our options for armor? We have a turncoat. We don't want a turncoat. Let's see. Yes, I am actually also going to Thrain. So I will see you there. Alright, we will grab Order's Garb. Armor, eyes, head, got those. Unless there's a different option for head that I'm missing. Compliance, if we really need the alluring skills, probably not. Neck, we already checked. Trinket, we have not checked yet, but I know what I'm wearing there. Trinket. Emblem of Elemental Evil. Cloak. Probably just gonna use the... Do I not have the baseline Cloak of Winter? Who's wearing my level 5 Cloak of Winter then? I mean, I can do this for like the Insightful Spell Mastery and all, but... I'm surprised I don't have a Cloak of Winter. Huh. Okay. I must have put it on a different character at low level or something. Alright, so what cloaks do I have? I'm planning on Esoteric Initiate, yes. I mean, I guess I'll stick this on for now, just in case I don't find what I'm looking for on other characters. Cloak. Waist. Bronze Dragon Scale, always helpful. We will take this one. There we go. Rings. Okay, now here we've got some options. We have Shattered Onyx for Insightful Charisma and Profane Spell Focus. Always handy. And I believe we will also be using Celestial Topaz with Charisma. Yeah, there we go. We've got our main stat items now. There are other options, but none of them are as good as those options. Oh wait, I can't use... hands. Ruby Encrusted. Well, it does give me Fire Lore and Combustion. And I don't have those in my gear set right now, so... Ruby Encrusted Gauntlets might be the way to go here. Hands. Because the other option, of course, would be to wear the Ring of Summer out of Feywild, which would give me Radiance, Fire, and those as well. But I already used both of my ring slots. So I'm probably going to miss something important doing my gear set really ad hoc like this. Feet. Golden Greaves. It's really hard to beat them. We will grab Flightfoot as well as a swap. In case we need the freedom of movement. Wrists. We'll grab the Aquatic as a swap. No, not hands. Wrists. Oh, that's right. I need the eyepiece for my gear set. Aetherband. There we go. Alright, so eyes. Is it dusk lenses? It is Dusk Lenses for Esoteric Initiate. Which means I will need to remember to swap on my voice, because I won't be wearing it full time. Which means the only thing I'm missing is a necklace. And what do I want in a necklace? Like, there's fruits if I wanted the spell levels, but I don't have to max caster level at this point, so that doesn't really help me. Oh wait, where is my quiver? There it is. Quiver of Alacrity. Oh, and my Harper pin. Helps if I pull that out onto something. Right, let's just do a double check on the necklaces, see if there's anything that's theoretically useful. Like, I can put on the Torque for some stuff, but that's not particularly useful stuff. I'll grab a Twisted Talisman to have it on for spell points if I'm really running low at some point. And what were the other necks in here? No, these are all legendary stuff. Alright. So what would I want for a neck? We're going to look on two bank characters for neck options. One has all of the like Sharn level stuff, and the other has the Feywild stuff. Okay, necklaces. What do you got for me in here? Conduit of the Soul, no. Poison Clasp is 21. Okay. Nothing in inventory. How about the bank? Ever try Trove? Oh, as in like the add-on thing? I tried it. I found it awkward to use. Like, I couldn't figure out how to make it work well for me. Okay, so Azure Sky is, yeah, Combustion, Firelord. Right, so these I think I already have all of, and it's only when you're a fire elemental that has the Sky attunement, so it's not actually useful to me at all. Like, I have all of these stats already. So there are no useful necks for me here. So we're going to go grab one of the Feywild necks. Like, I tried to get it set up and go around to different characters so we could see all the stuff I had, and I don't know, I just couldn't get it to work right for me. Now, that might be user error on my part, but I just went back to having a spreadsheet. And, of course, categorizing by character, so I don't have to use the spreadsheet as much for general things. It's like, I know if I'm looking for something from Sharn, it's going to be on one of two characters. Either the Sharn bank character, or the main character because they used it. Or I suppose also it could be in the shared bank, but... Alright, show me necklaces. Alright. I already have Charisma, so that doesn't help me. I don't have Insightful Sheltering, so this does help there, but that's all I would get from it. I already have Profane Spell Focus, so that's not a big help. Poison Absorb, Shatter, and Accuracy. Alright, not a lot there either. Let's see what we have here. This is Trinket? Yeah. Crocodile Tooth, that is also Trinket. Reflective Bloodstone. Yeah, we don't really need that. We have rings. Okay, so I think we're going to grab Amber Pendant for the Insightful Sheltering as our necklace. And then we should be good to go. And this is when I, like, zone into a quest and realize that I've forgotten something very important. Now, what that thing is, I don't know, but I'm sure I will run into something. But after we put this on, we'll do a quick stats check, and that might point me in the direction of something that I've missed. Or it might not. Amber Pendant. Oh, and we get a little bit of health from that, from the Feywild set. Nice. Actually, the cloak is probably... How... Okay, what is the DC on this? 43. Still 43. So this is actually useless as well, as far as cloaks go. Besides, like, the Nightmare Guard. Oh, because this has the same spell focus masteries on it. So, yeah, all this gives me is Nightmare Guard right now. So let's double check cloaks, even though I didn't have anything good. Cap at level 16, please. Don't show me the legendary stuff. I mean, City's Champion at least gives me parrying and insightful constitution. So we might just go for a defense cloak. Or let's see, Zephyr has invisibility guard, so that's a thing. Let's see. Cloak. Yeah, just attraction. Okay. Now time to check our stats. We have defenses. Not the best, but not the worst. Oh, right. That's something that we forgot. We need to put on our past life stances. Colors. Brace. Energy criticals, which doesn't help us that much. We did already do Reaper points, so we have that one, but thank you for the reminder on that. How's our fortification? 104. Yeah, we'll do fortification. Alright. Iconic. I think we want Morning Lord? Light and alignment spell power. There we go. Yeah, I think that's the best one for us. Any other feats in here? Oh, of course. We want to put on our cosmetics. We will drag these out just in case. We already have our affinity out. Okay, we're good on that front. Right, now back to stats. Okay, so we got a little bit of resist. We got some defenses here. We have some of this. Let's look at our caster stats. Alright, so Chaos is at 320. Fire is at 290. Both have crits in the 30-something range. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll join this Assault on Summerfield party and see how that goes. Alright, what is the fastest way to get there from here? Guild Airship. Actually, Gatekeeper's Grove was probably faster. Take me to The 12, I think, is the fastest. It was either going to be 12 or the marketplace. Spell components. Thank you. Thank you.
To Sharn, the city of towers. The ship's captain seeks heroes looking for a grand adventure in the clouds. Speak to Captain Alban Dranmore in the Stormreach Harbor to set sail for Sharn.
Where do I get all level spell components? We'll go to House J. Oh, that's House P. I want House J. J. Because the component person is right here. Arcane vendor, yes. Yes, this one. 1,000 of these. 1,000 of these. 1,000 of these. 1,000 of these. I'm just gonna buy 1,000 of all of them. And then we'll be on our way, so they don't have to like wait for me or anything. Oh, he hasn't started yet. He said waiting to get a couple more. Okay. Alright. You take me to... I guess Marketplace is closest. Alright. So this is a chain that I like to do because it's not House Can of Favor. It's Coin Lord's Favor, the other one that starts with C. And having that kind of favor is good. All right. Waiting to get a couple more. So has he not zoned in yet? He hasn't zoned in yet. Okay. I'm going to go step into the wilderness and try to get a general idea of which of my spells is hitting the hardest, because I'm not familiar with my with the chaos spells in general. Searing Heights. Here we go. Not that this will give me any XP or anything, but I just want to see the damage numbers. Okay. Chaos Orb. 800. Okay. Sorry, that's 800 on a crit.
This area was once a stage for entertainers before it fell into disrepair.
That's anywhere from 400 to 2,000. Or 400 to 1,000, rather. Alright, that's just Scorch. Okay, so this is my big single target nuke. Oh. Well, that's something to... That's something I need to fix. The fact that I need to actually make this the correct Delayed Blast Fireball so it doesn't just pop up the select thing on me. So Delayed Blast Fireball is still, I think, my hardest hitting spell, because that was on a non-crit that it hit for like 700. Maybe? Where's the thing to shoot? Now, obviously, some of these come with, like, debuffs and all. That'll be handy as well. Let's just double check our... Okay, yeah. So Delayed Blast Fireball is, even though I have all this stuff to make Chaos stronger, Delayed Blast Fireball is still the biggest hit I have. Alright, can I get this with the Chaos spells? Cast Fire or Light spell. Alright, so alignment spells won't set off the temporary spell points. Interesting. Let's recall out of this place. And what's funny about that is this has all the meta magics on it. This doesn't. Oh, that's because... Oh, Wild Strike has a really low max caster level. That's why it's so weak. Gross. Wild Strike is the... No, we don't. We're not going to have that on our bars. Definitely. Spells. Prismatic Strike, the one we actually want? Yeah, that's the caster level 21. So this is Electric, Force, and Fire. But it's only 1d6s, as opposed to Delayed Blast Fireball, which is 1d6 plus 7. But this does hit 3 times. Caster level 20, caster level 19. Did I metamagic my SLAs? Yes, I did metamagic my SLAs. It's just that they're being held back by the fact that they are, well, relatively low caster level. And by the fact that even the ones that are getting powered up by, like, Prismatic Mind, that's still only 1d6, which is, on average, 3.5 per caster level. Whereas Delayed Blast Fireball is 10.5 per caster level. So, yeah. It's like triple the damage. Okay. Looks like we're starting. And the funny thing is, this is all with the understanding that if we look at our powers, we have 333 Chaos and only 300 Fire. So we have more crit, more power, and everything as well. And it's just like, no, Delayed Blast Fireball is just that much stronger because it is. Which is kind of goes back to a little bit of what I was saying earlier. It's like, I have all these different Chaos spells, and yet, it doesn't really matter.
Eldritch portals open along the building ledges. Droam has begun their new assault.
I guess I should be hitting Color Spray first for the helplessness damage. Okay. Where's the next one? I think it may end up being a moot point about, like, which spells do the most damage. Because stuff might just all evaporate anyway. Unless I, like, turn up the difficulty, in which case I'll get, like, annihilated. Yeah. Yeah, Sorcerer is similar to how I remembered it. You just kind of point at things and they explode. Okay. I still need to double check if the Chaos Orb is actually AoE. Ah, there we go. Nice 2k crit on the Wild Strike.
Portals appearing. While the Droam army commander reformulates is likely the last working fountain in the Summerfield district.
There we go.
Droam's rampage through Summerfield
I guess we
knows
can
no bounds.
pick some people up as
Nothing
we
is
go.
safe from their marauding ways, not even rest shrines.
I guess I should focus on the guys up top, eh? Because we have other people in the party who are melee. Yeah, I don't like the cast animation thing on that. Like, the whole lobbing thing is just really awkward. Like, and the travel speed is so slow.
You've slain the majority of Droam forces looting the burning ruins. But beating war drums indicate the invaders are preparing a new assault. It is time to reinforce the defenses.
Like, it's not bad if I'm
starting
facing
with
something,
Spaceport.
but... Okay, time to get back. I'm out of charges for my dash. Unfortunate. I can't just use it and spam it like I would
Rank
spam Abundant
odors
Step
from
on
the
a monk.
Stormreach sewer system waft up. The sewer tunnel beyond this hatch leads to the other side of the wall. Just as you try engaging the Sallyport lock, Droam flankered the crash of a battering ram erupts from the direction of the southern barricade. The Sallyport flankers were a diversion. The true assault is just beginning. General Taggart's scream of
I'm
rage
now realizing that I
echoes off the
haven't
city
paid
walls
any
as he
attention to
falls.
what my spell rotation will actually be
Droam encampment in response.
for when things don't die immediately.
The siege on Summerfield is ended.
Okay, well, we are blowing up a lot of stuff, but we're not super powered. I'm still a little bit up in the air about whether I want to go further in Chaos or in Fire. My plan for once I am 20 is that I'm going to go 41 points into Fire for the Elemental form, and go for the tier 4 in Chaos Magic. So I want to grab like the stuff up here, but I want the Elemental form for Fire, for immunity stripping and all the other like goodies in here. So that's the plan, but that doesn't leave enough points for things like Greater Color Spray SLA. So that is a downside. Are we doing the other one next, or are they just slow? should probably just ask. Alright, so yeah, so that's the plan. And I don't know how much it's going to hurt me not having the Greater Color Spray SLA. But if I only swap over to that at 20, then I'll have stuff like Dragon Breath at that point. So it won't be a big deal. Blockade Bluster, okay. So the idea is to head here next. They're just slow. Which is fine. We can make do. Which one is this one? That's Greater Color Spray non-SLA. And this is Prismatic Strike. We'll bring this over here. Guess I'm going mid. It's nice that we have 3 people, so we can go 1 per ship.
Droam fleet has gathered here during this dark night. Probably for mutual. The alarm rings out.
Okay, well, so much for getting it done without alerting anyone.
Through the ship, waking
Alright,
the crew
nothing
with
in
the
here.
bloodlust.
The trick is that, like, if all of us step below decks at the same time, we all get red dungeon alert at the same time. See, I've got muscle memory coming in. I almost hit my spring attack button to move forward.
The snores of sleeping crew come from below. The crew can hear the growls and shouts.
There we go. As expected. So there's the red dungeon alert.
There look Bash, the Droam veteran of countless raids against the civilized peoples of Corvair, came to Zendrik only to die by your hand. The hatch to the mine bay looks like it requires some kind of crest to unlock. It's likely secured somewhere else on this ship. The hatch to the mine bay looks like it requires some kind
And I
of
don't
crest
need
to
intellect
unlock.
to set this to a
It's
fast
likely
timer
from
because
here,
we have
the
Dimension
Vengeance
Door.
uses a complex system of rails and pulleys to deploy mines into the water. Alert Kobold engineers keep watch over the equipment, even at this late hour.
There we go. 1 down. Alright, 2 down.
1 down, 2 to go.
So,
Just 1 more Droam ship to send to the
so
bottom
I
of the
finished
ocean.
just like 3 seconds before the Warlock. And so now we just wait on our monk
Even the
friend to
deepest
finish the
slumbering
3rd.
Droam soldier would have awoken from that explosion. The remaining Droam forces will now be alert to your presence.
Oh, this gives me time to put on my voice. Because I'm so used to wearing it full time that I'm not used to. It's like, oh, well, if you don't switch this over, then you don't have your extra XP. Or if you forget the other way, then you don't have your set bonus. So I got kind of lucky with where I found my excuse me, with where I found my crest. So if he's had to like check all the points, there it is. Oh, and he set it for 1 minute. Okay. Because he doesn't have Dimension Door to get out. But yeah, being at 55 charisma at this level is pretty nice. Because let's see, what do we have? Like, we've got Insightful and we have Baseline, so that's good. We also have Artifact from the set, when we're wearing the set, which we're wearing a voice right now, which is why we don't have it. Do we have Profane Stats somewhere? I think this has Profane Stats? No, this is Profane Spell Focus, not Profane Stats. That's Profane Life. I don't know.
All the mines have been detonated,
there we go.
and the mine layers are sunk. You have broken the Droam blockade of Stormreach Harbor.
Why do I feel like I'm moving slowly? I might just be used to, like, the baseline plus 17% that I had last life. Oh no, more than that? Now that I think about it, I might have taken the Monk move speed enhancements because I thought Sacred Fist was Monk, because I always think Sacred Fist is Monk, even though it is not Monk. So I might have had wasted enhancement points in that way, that it was only giving me like 2 or 3, whatever it is. Oh, did I go for... No, I didn't get Disco Ball. I opted for a different ability. Oh well, so we don't have a Disco Ball for this, which I guess is fine. Oh no, we've been knocked down. I'm just gonna spam a little bit. Because why not? As long as we're not running into problems with like spell points, I'm not too concerned. Especially since I'm the only one in party who's going to be taking souls. So we'll even turn on maximize. Soul of Cruelty, so I should probably pay attention and not like let things hit me, but you know. Alright, so it is AoE, but it has like an awkward cast animation. Just as likely to blow up on his fellow kobolds, but he doesn't seem to care as long as the mines slow you down. Oh, wait. Remnant. Okay. So that's going to be an adjustment thing that I'll have to deal with. Is how and when to use Chaos Spear. Because it is, awkward.
That huge explosion blocked off the rest of the tunnel.
You know, that's another thing I need to do. I need to grab heal scrolls out of the bank. Because I don't have any healing spells, and I'm not like Warforged with repair spells or anything like that. At least we do have the benefits of having the Warlock with us, casting Featherfall on us. It's like, well, why does Featherfall matter for defenses? It's like, well, because he has the extra thing that makes any of his spells give temporary hit points. So, Featherfall is just the one that Warlocks use most often to apply that, because it's cheap and it's AoE. I definitely need to go and grab heal scrolls. That's one thing that I just need to remember. Because we're not on a class that has any self-healing anymore. And we need to not play like we do have self-healing. It's okay.
The thick smell of smoke in the air suggests the presence of explosives nearby, as does the charred corpse of an unfortunate ogre.
Okay, fine. One moment. I'm going to go get one of the calming treats. There are fireworks in the distance, and she is unhappy about it. Okay, Liesl, let's get you a treat, okay? Come here. It's okay. And stay right there. Okay. They have gone ahead of me, which is fine. Unfortunately, she is too upset to take the treat, so it's alright. Hopefully, they'll be done soon, okay? You're okay.
A familiar kobold voice barks. Blow them up! Blow them up now! You have found the lair of the Demolitions Master.
I know, it's very scary. Yeah, I don't know how long the fireworks are going to be going off for. She's not having a good time.
The smoking body of the Demolitions Master crumples
know.
to the ground.
I know.
You've defeated
Very
Droan's
scary.
scheme to undermine Stormreach. You've reached the end of the tunnel. Surely this must exit to Droam's base of operations here on Zendrik.
Oh, I missed
With
putting
your
on my
mission
voice because I was
accomplished,
petting the
you should
dog.
report back to the Coin Lords
It's
for
okay.
further instructions.
You're worth more than a little bit of experience. Yes, you are. I think this is supposed to be for heat, but maybe the... Maybe the hugginess will help. I know. Here we go. You feeling a little better? I don't know if that's supposed to be a thunder jacket or not, but hopefully it helps.
The rancid stench in this cave is sickening and almost palpable. Is the entire army using it as a latrine? This must be their main water supply. It would be a shame if something vile and poisonous happened to fall into the water.
Go.
It's amazing how much damage some more Droam soldiers emerge from the cave, roused to action by the noise. The curious little kobold leads them.
Okay. Chaos Hammer, not super effective here. Okay.
This large half-orc cook smells of bacon. His hot frying pan spits oil. A Medusa hisses nearby.
Sound burst's done. Well, that's not dangerous enough for me to want to do something about it, but annoying nonetheless.
Bunked down in this hallway. Many beds are empty. Are those casualties?
You look like you're doing a little
They got
better,
out
but
on
still not
assignment.
great, eh? I know. There's a lot of booming going on.
This must be the army's arsenal. That's a lot of explosives for one room. How convenient. That's the biggest barrel of explosives you have ever seen. Careful. What do you know? The second biggest barrel of explosives you've ever seen
Oh,
is
did I
here
miss?
too.
There we go.
Two screaming officers of the Droam army fall from the hole in the roof.
Okay. Alright. Remnant chest. Yeah. I know, it's very scary.
The soldiers in the
can be
hallway
right-
ahead are
right
still
here.
asleep. They must be used to loud noises.
Where am I? Oh, going this way. How you feeling? Bad? Yeah. It's a stressful
An
day to be a
ancient
dog.
giant temple complex rises high above you. Is this the reason for the Droam army coming here? This bloodstain on the ground
Maybe I
is
should have played
suspicious.
something that is more
Where's
able
the
to be played with one hand, so I can have the other hand on the dog.
Need it? Somewhere upstairs, a Medusa hisses.
I still have metamagics fully turned on.
Get more soldiers up here. The ritual must not be interrupted.
We've got that going for us, so that's something. Well, Wild Strike is at least working well to pick off
Blood
single
hasn't
targets.
dried yet on this altar. Who was sacrificed here? And to whom?
I know, that was a loud one.
There were no humans on Zendrik back during the time of the Giant Empire. These human bones must be a recent addition to this temple. The rhythmic sounds of mining picks on stone resound from down below.
What is it? What can I do for you? What can I do for you, huh? What can I do for you?
A monotone chant echoes from the hole in the a withered and bent figure stands before you. Surely this confrontation will end quickly. The hag
Oh,
fades
Oh,
away
it
with
sounds
a taunt.
like they're hitting the
The
finale.
hag
There's a lot
grumbles
going
at
on.
you.
Took you long enough to get here. Killed enough of my troops, have you?
Okay. I suppose I should at least fall down the hole to act like I'm here. Are we having trouble solving the puzzle? Can I go back to petting the dog with both hands while we have trouble solving the puzzle? Yeah, yes we can.
Fades away again, cackling.
But it's hardly over. I have more than you can handle, and I'm begging cold.
I know, it's very scary. Very scary, this. What?
The hag casts another spell.
You fought well, but I foresee a deadly challenge in your future.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped petting you. How dare I? How dare I stop petting you? How about I squeeze you? Does it feel better when I squeeze you? There we go. Good leg squeezing, that's what you needed, eh?
Fades away once more.
So, you've killed every officer who knew about the mission. That'll do just fine.
Shame that I used up all of the cheese like 2 days ago. This would be a good day for a cheese.
I'll leave you now, but here's one last thing to remember me by. Behold the might of Droam!
Okay. Hopefully they finish up soon, okay? What? Are you adequately squeezed? Oh. Are we having a lot of trouble with this puzzle? The puzzle that solution is hit everything once. Oh well. More time to pet the dog, I suppose. What is it? Do you need something different?
The lights on the floor go out.
Hey!
The portal collapses, cutting off further reinforcements from Droam.
There we go. Oh, sorry. I
Your
stopped
mission
petting.
is a
Is
success.
this better?
The few remaining
now?
stragglers pose no threat to
better?
Cendric.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So Twitch is going to force an ad in about like 5 minutes. So I'm going to run a quick one now so I can attempt to comfort the dog. And that'll be like a 2 or 3 minute break. So we will be back in 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to switch over to a BRB screen and I will comfort the dog. Okay. So the good news is that the fireworks are done. It'll still be a little bit before she calms down, though. She was calmed down enough to take a treat. So that's progress, at least. She's doing better. Oh, we have a point to spend. Yeah, that's not useful. So I guess we just keep going here. Or we go here for more base step charges, but... There we go. How you doing? Well, I guess other people are setting off random ones, but it's pretty clear that whatever main show was going on has ended. There we go. Okay. We're doing a little better now. Alright, so what were we doing? Things and stuff? Wait, why does the spell point cost 45 base 25? Because maximize should add 25, so why is it not 50? Let's see, I have 5% here. Yeah, I've got 5% magical efficiency. But that shouldn't take it down. Yeah. Is there something in here that drops meta magic costs? Is it this one? There we go. Meta magic costs 1 less. Still doesn't explain all of it. Oh well. I'll take cheaper meta magics for no apparent reason. Oh, I made the error. So this is kind of a bug, kind of a user error. Or rather, which makes it basically it's a bug with a workaround. So you can actually target both sides of the portal from here. So you know how it's both Ruins of Giant Hold and Giant Hold? If you accidentally target Giant Hold is the portal that brings you inside. So, and you can actually get this arrow from either side. So like you keep trying to get into town and you can't. It's because you keep targeting the Ruins of Giant Hold side of the portal, not the Giant Hold side of the portal. Still gearing up will be about 10 more minutes. Yeah, I can run like 3 or 4 quests in 10 minutes. Like, when someone says they're gearing up and doing like a quick AFK, I'm thinking 5 minutes, not like this guy's apparently taking 20 to gear. So we're just gonna drop this group then. Now, if I were just like playing on a weekend or something, this is when I would like just go like start some laundry or something and come back when they were ready. But we're on stream, and I'm not gonna sit here for 10 minutes waiting for someone else to get their gear together and make all of you wait for that as well. So we're just going to avoid that in the situation entirely, and we're going to head off to somewhere else. Vale? No. Oh, there we go. Just calm down a little more. But yeah, I feel like if you're gonna go AFK for more than like 5 minutes, you need to actually give some sort of time estimate. Because he said he's just gonna go like, alright, I'm gonna gear up and then we're gonna go in. And it's just like, he's gonna take longer to gear up than I think I took to gear upon leveling myself here. It's just like, I didn't have anything prepared. You should have at least already known because you were already playing. I just decided randomly earlier. So, we're just gonna do Myth Draenor instead. I was already a little iffy on starting Giant Hold because of the do 13s first and then 14s. And if you do the 14s before you do Myth Draenor, then Myth Draenor will take you over cap. So, we're just gonna do this instead.
You've come to these woods to stop the Ettercaps. The spider-like creatures have been capturing elves traveling to the ruins of Myth Draenor. Now to see if you can find something. You found a cave, but it's too small to be the great cave where the Ettercaps take their captives.
Having low defenses is something I'm definitely going to have to get used to. I'm used to being able to play with a bit more, it's like arrogance, like even on caster lives, as I mentioned, because like I'd go pretty deeply into the what? Into the defenses tree, you know? The one with the stuff, the Eldritch Knight tree.
Tells you his story.
At least we get souls?
It seems that the Ettercaps take their captives to a great cave, somewhere deeper in the forest.
Alright, we got that going for us, which is nice.
You examine the marks on the ground. Something big was here recently. Something larger than an Ettercap. Much, much larger.
Plague Reaper see me? No? Cool. Oh, now it did. Unfortunate. Which means the Plague Reaper is going to teleport to me relatively soon. Oh, now there's another set of fireworks going off. Is it just like competing people like on different offset shows so everyone gets like way more fireworks? Which I mean is good for them, but it makes it rougher for her.
The way into the cave is open. The terror that lies behind the Ettercap's raids awaits within.
At least we get some temporary hit points if we recast Greater Heroism.
Something much more powerful. A large, hungry fang dragon.
At least we have burst damage.
The elves will once again be able to walk these woods undisturbed.
That poison dot is nasty. Yeah, there's definitely still some big fireworks going off. Not like people doing like little firecrackers or fountains or anything. It's okay. I'm still here. You will be fine. You will live. Calm down for like a half second. Oh, wait. We're gonna go grab scrolls that we said we were gonna do. We're gonna grab our heal scrolls, we're gonna grab our res scrolls. Raise dead. And heal. Thank you. You know what? I have enough random effects going on right now. I can probably just switch over to fast healing instead of Colors of the Queen. Colors has like some really useful stuff in it, but right now I think for this build we're better off with the healing because we have very few other sources of healing besides, well, that.
Here it was, the city of song, glowing with the mythos touch beneath the inkling light of stars.
This does get me where I'm
Those
going.
From all races, all walks of life existed together in harmony. So much innovation, so much conversation. My old soul got used to the company. I could have stayed there forever.
Here we go.
That forever now
Public.
exists solely in the past.
Alright. Put on the buffs.
Once Tyrantos Hall was a place of merriment.
So, if I
Now
wanted to
it
level
stands
actually
ruined
faster,
and seemingly empty.
I think I would have been well served to play this a little differently.
Things settling.
Mostly in that
Something else.
I would change up how I did the things and stuff. And by things and stuff, I mean I would take sprint boost out of falconry. Speaking of which, how many points is it? 8. Go. Oh, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought.
You hear someone calling out from behind a doorway blocked by a magical barrier. It doesn't sound like one of the undead.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. The fast healing there just heals me for like 45, which isn't a lot, but it adds up over time, and it makes it just way more convenient.
You'll need a pair of door crests.
Now, obviously, one thing I could do is try to use invisibility, because I can just spam cast it.
Entering the Great Hall, you're surprised by the sight of a towering skeletal figure. From between the lips, a crest. The skeleton shatters and falls.
What's his face? The Ravager is down.
Free. You scan the room, looking for the fallen object.
But yeah, going from Tabaxi Trailblazer with like all the leaps and the spring attacks and whatnot to normal move speed is a little weird. But at least we have Dimension Door on this life. So that will help us some of the time. Like when we get the final crest here, we can just de-door back, which is going to be nice. Oh, they can see me. I think there are going to be ghouls. Yep, it's ghouls. Why did that not do it? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I think Wild Strike has certain mobs that it just does 0 damage to. I mean, it works some of the time. The biggest problem, I think, with invisibility is that it's kind of trivialized by Reaper difficulty in general, because if Reaper sees you, and Reaper see through invisibility, and then everything else will see you because the Reaper saw you. So that's what I think the main problem with invisibility is that it just doesn't really work properly in Reaper difficulty. But, you know, it'll be fine overall. I forget what it was. I think it's
You notice a distant quieting.
I think it's
as the barrier
all
above
of the
deactivates.
champions with Mind Block take no damage from Wild Strike. So like there are whole sets of champions that just don't take damage, which is pretty rough, all things considered. Can I open this without getting hit? Yes, excellent.
A faint
Can I
sense
open
of
this without getting
unease
hit?
fills you. It's
Also
as
excellent.
though you're being watched. This crest likely
Crest.
fits the socket of a door mechanism.
There it is. D-door. There we go. So, while running there did take me much longer than it did in past lives, because I don't have the move speed, at least I don't have to run back. So, there's that, which is nice. Alright, crest 1. Redo displacement. Crest 2.
With both crests in place, the magic barrier fades away. Yet you're distracted by the sound of clacking bones. A new foe has arrived.
Yeah, see, Fey Touch takes 0 damage. from it. That's true. I mean, there is the door hireling that I could use. I always forget about him, though. Unless it's like a quest with a specific dungeon door mechanic, like the End of Sharn or something.
Bringing you closer to unlocking the mystery of the key to the Mythal. Now to return to the elf encampment to report your progress.
What's this?
Long ago,
Okay.
Corminthir's greatest wizards gathered here to share new spells and discuss their latest research.
People are still setting off fireworks.
Not even the Empire's greatest wizards could prevent the fall of Myth Draenor. Ruins are all that remain.
Welcome. Happy
It is
times, these
after
messages
10
are
p.m. here.
crucial to our
You'd
organization.
think by this time of night there would be humans with like
Priorities.
noise complaints.
Report to the central hall immediately. We will need every wizard in the city working together to keep the invaders out.
Oh, that hurt a decent amount. It's okay though.
This was once the library, yet the shelves lining the walls of this vast chamber are
Alright,
broken.
Displacer Beast didn't see me. Oh,
It
that one
seems
saw me.
the books have been swallowed by the insatiable
Maybe I should have
maw of
pulled the what? The thing with the spell absorb out of the bank. That could have been handy. Okay. Uh-oh. Enough stuff's on me that I'm getting dungeon alert, so I'm definitely gonna have to kill some stuff shortly. Tab targeting to the urns there was unfortunate. It's just like, well, can I just grab the crest? It's like, no, you have to slow down. You're gonna target the urns first. Oh, man. Again, random targeting of urn instead of the thing that I wanted to target. Oh well. Go. At least I have all of the crests now.
We continue to draw on the safe hold to keep the invaders at bay. Supplies there are getting low. We're almost out of spell components, and we've
Go.
long since used all the wands. Of course, those aren't the only things available in the
How did I suddenly get orange from that? Like, I just walked into this room, and this room doesn't have that many things in it. Oh, I guess it has the stretches.
So it can be opened with these crests. That way, any might access it. All of our senior wizards have fallen in battle.
Oh.
Of course, this brings risks of
Remnant.
its own.
Very nice. Really, as long as I keep the dungeon alert below orange for the boss, I don't care that much. There we go.
A quick
Found him.
examination shows that this drow elf was slain recently.
Wait, where's the fourth?
Probably by
Oh,
one
is
of
it
the
this one right
creatures
here?
nearby. This must be the leader of the expedition. It seems he never
I apparently
found
missed
the
a crest.
icon of the elves. The crystals on the dais suggest that some kind of sealed door is nearby. Perhaps
Did I
it
walk
leads
right
to the
past where I
safe
need to place one of
the
these?
wizard's hiding place.
Oh, did I not go far enough down? Ah, yeah, I missed one entirely.
The invaders are in the city.
Well,
Entire
that's
districts are now
unfortunate.
under their control.
Would you like a
Just
carrot?
too many. Our defenses could not hold them back. The enemy
Nope,
is
too
so
stressed
thick
to eat.
on the ground we
We'll
cannot
offer it to
even
her
reach the
again
path.
later, when she is in more of a eating mood.
Make our stand here.
You hear a
Does
muffled
move silently skill
sound
only move while
off in the
sneaking, or is it
distance,
taken into
as if a
always
door
taken into
had
account?
been blown
I
open.
think you need to be sneaking for it to do anything, but I am not sure about that. The stealth mechanics in DDO are not great in either way.
Perhaps it leads to the safe room, where the wizards kept their greatest.
We're gonna put our
secrets.
short-term buffs
I am
back
going
up for
to the
this.
safe home. We're almost out of food, so we've decided to build our defense. I can only pray to the gods that I will not be our undoing.
The safe room is where the wizards kept their last defense. Yet, whatever that last defense might be,
Here we go.
It
Okay.
seems the wizard's final defense was a powerful summoned demon. A
Yep.
demon
Much slower leveling than the last life. Partially due to clear speed, partially due to me getting lost briefly.
But I'm certain the
But
spell
it's
holding the
fine.
demon worked. It's by the gods. It's free. It's
This statuette
Let's clear
is
this.
the icon of the elves. It's the object you were sent
We're going
here to
north.
find.
That's where we're
One
going.
of the 3 items related to control of the
We're gonna go north and then east, and then we can teleport back to the middle and hit the western ones. Yes, I know. It's very stressful, but people shouldn't be setting off any more fireworks tonight. It is pretty late. And I know it'll take you a bit more to calm down. but
Castle Cormanthor
You're
overlooks
gonna
the
have to
ruins,
trust you to do your
strangely
best, okay?
untouched by the passage of time. Its pristine state is due to the powerful enchantments that protect it. The enchantment. You pause for a moment, fascinated by what you see. Protective enchantments have kept Castle Cormanthor completely pristine, just as it was before the city fell. But this is no time for reflection. The Lich leading the Red Wizard
Let's see.
expedition is somewhere in the depths of this
We're
castle.
gonna wait until a
You
little
must
later to
stop
actually
the
cast our
Thanes
spells.
before they can gain control of the Mythil. 3 empty thrones set into an alcove overlook this massive hall. This hall feels hollow
Nope,
and
I'm still
empty,
here.
despite all the trappings.
I'm not going anywhere. She's ready for her extreme close-up.
Several angry devils step through the portal as you approach.
Alright, that went into the middle of nowhere. Okay, this way.
The devil starts to fade
Huh,
the
that was
moment
easy.
it falls, showing that it was summoned.
I
to
missed
overlook
this
the
crest like the first time I did this. So I was like searching through all the rooms for like, where is the third crest?
He'll
Turns out the
prevent
third
Red
crest
Wizard from
was the first
accessing
crest
the
all
power of the
along.
Mythil,
Go
find
figure.
and defeat the Lich.
But we have since learned better. Yeah, I'm less able to like just kite lots of stuff around this life because I'm just not as confident about being able to live if I do something like that. Especially with the Plague Reaper spawning. And I know that I can theoretically target the crest through the doors, but I've messed up doing that enough times that I don't trust it anymore. Like, I've missed a lot of crests trying to do it that way, so we're gonna take it a little bit slower. See? I almost missed this one even after I opened the door. Now, I'm almost positive you can't get 2 crests in the same room, but I don't know for sure, so. There we go. Excuse you. I'm not too concerned about, like, dungeon alert from him because, well, it's only one dude. There aren't that many people around, so I'm not too worried about dungeon alert. There aren't, like, big packs in here like there are in some places. Alright, well, that was the Chaos Ball just totally whiffing. It's like, I'm going to go into the ether. Not what I meant to cast that on, but it's fine. Oh, you know what else I forgot to get out of the bank? I forgot to grab the Death Ward helmet. Or Death Ward. Not Death Block. Because I don't even know if I'm wearing Death Block. Oh wait, no, yeah I am. It's on my belt. So I was gonna say, like, normally that's something I would have on the Cloak of Winter, and while that is true, that's usually for lower levels, because we have the Sharn belt at these levels. Go. Okay, so that is 9 rooms searched, 1 crest found. Now time to find the remaining crest. Oh. There we go. See, I can't help but think I would have been better off just going full into fire, take the meta magic cost reductions, and just go full meta magics, just delay blast fireball into fireball, and be done with it. But we'll see. Oh, unfortunate. We hit him, but it wasn't quite enough to kill him. Alright. I hope the crest is in here, because it is room 9 out of 9. But if it isn't here, that means I missed it and I have to go back and do everything again. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it was in the last room, but on the plus side, we didn't miss it. So we did have to do every room, but we did only have to do every room once. So that is a benefit. And yes, there is a secret door there, but you know.
Built into the back of the 3 thrones. The 3rd crest is placed. The wall behind the throne slides aside, revealing a staircase down. Flecks of crystal, like stars, reflect in the ancient stone of this cavern. The floors are worn smooth by centuries of use.
I mean, I could make it end squared if I wanted to. Just search. Just start the search at the first room every time, you know. You start by searching the first room, and if you don't find it there, then you search the first room and the second room, and if you don't find it there, you search the first, second, and third rooms, and so on and so forth until you eventually find it. Now, obviously, that's a terrible way to do things, but an n time complexity on a search is pretty bad to start with, but you know, it's not the worst for other functionality. So, for anyone who's not familiar with this, this is a programming thing for basically how slow does stuff get when you have to deal with more stuff. It's like, well, if you're trying to sort something, if you're trying to find something, basically the slowest that you can possibly do it is in the last place you look, because it means you had to look in every place to find it. Where, and as far as computers go, they can find stuff way faster than that. But there's other stuff that you might do that takes longer. Like if you're trying to sort things. If you're trying to sort things, well, it's going to take longer than just going through the list once. Because you got to go through and compare a bunch of stuff and move a bunch of stuff around. It's a giant pain. There are ways to make it faster-ish as well, but sometimes you just don't get to do the thing you wanted to do.
Making you feel disconnected from the world for a moment.
Earlier, I gave you an opportunity to save your illegal life.
Really?
You should have taken it.
You're gonna make me step up and actually break your thingy?
A lich, and not just a lich. Azul
I was like, where's the thingy? It's like, I thought I killed him. Why is the door not opening? Oh well.
Not that what you think matters. You'll be dead in a moment.
With a wave of the lich's
You know what?
shriveled hand,
I don't need to deal with you.
necromantic energies fill the chamber. Undead appear.
I don't need to worry about killing some of the last guys in order to get my recall off. I don't need to recall.
Across the floor. A disembodied voice fills your mind.
Recalling is for people who don't have Dimension Door. What is this? Low on health. Thank you. Thank you, game. I'm aware. I was keenly aware that I was, in fact, low on health. What is the damage resistance? Equal to your wild mage level. Oh, that one's actually really nice. Granted, I already have that much dungeon resist. Not dungeon resist, damage resist. So it doesn't actually help me any, because the boots are ridiculously good, but still, it can be nice to have
The
sometimes.
voice stops suddenly as the Zulkir realizes what's going on. You've destroyed the Red Wizard's plan, opening the way for the elves to rebuild
All
the
right.
ruined city. But Fae is powerful, and its agents are everywhere. wonder when you'll encounter the Red Wizards. The Lich leading the Red
Go.
Wizards expedition has hidden his phylactery in the ruins of what was once the
right.
Pen.
You're immune, just like Gwen.
Need to find the vessel that contains the Lich's
I didn't account for the immuneness.
A large stone pipe dominates this vertical shaft, drawing water from deep underground. Froth, it's a gigantic water wheel rises to the surface.
There we
The
go.
water wheel collapses back into the water with a massive splash.
It's unfortunate that we can't dimension door underwater, because that would be best. But second best is, of course, just managing to get through all this. Oh, and I forgot to cast a swim spell before I came down here, so we'll be a little bit slower.
Slowly start to move.
Oh, of course. Of course you can damage water with fire. You just need to bring enough fire. Like, if you heat up water enough, it turns into steam and dissipates. And presumably, the water monster doesn't want their entire body dissipating. So, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's some game out there where if you hit the water elemental with enough fire, it just turns into a steam elemental. But most of the time, when you run into this sort of issue, like, even, like, if you want to go for a lore-based reason, like, oh, well, why can you hurt them? It's like, well, when you turn them into steam, they're no longer able to keep their body together. It's just like, they're a water elemental, and, like, the steam is too much, and they can't, like, make it work. Which makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I'll take it.
Ripples in the water betray the presence of water elementals.
And actually, in some elemental weakness patterns, you'll have something like electric is strong against water. Actually, that's more common. I don't know where I was going with that. I was about to say, it's like, well, sometimes it's not even fire that they're weak to, it's electric. It's like, well, yeah, that's the obvious one, that's the more common one. Water being weak to fire is the more rare instance, we'll say.
Flares into life. The lever is pulled.
I guess it depends on the system. I think a lot of times water is treated as the opposing element to fire, which, you know, makes sense. And then you got lightning and earth in opposition. So, on that side of things, it makes sense.
The spirit naga uncoils itself from the throne.
Oh, that's a family reaper.
Begins slithering toward you. The creature hisses angrily. Come to disturb my master's treasure. Will die by my fangs.
Go.
With a final
At least we can burst down bosses.
Spirit naga falls lifelessly to the ground. You find the phylactery, nestled inside a delicate, padded coffer. Now that you have the Lich's phylactery, you can put a stop to the Red Wizard's incursion. It's time to return to the Elves' encampment to report your success. The dwarves built the House
It's
of
not
Gems
time to
as a
return
place
to the
where
Elves'
city's
encampment.
gem cutters
We have
could
other
raid,
things to do
trade,
still.
and safely store jewels.
Quite large, but not very densely packed. That's true. They're not super big, but you're right that they don't have, like, a lot of mobs everywhere. Now, this one is kind of an exception. This one has a decent amount of, like, every time you open a door, there's another pack of guys attacking you. But some of the other ones, not so much. Now here, we are going to actually bother to cast Resist Sonic, because there's enough mobs in here that cast things like Reverberation that
under a pile
it's
of
definitely
wood,
worth it
you
to
enter the
increase our
Devil's
resistance
Rain
to
Hall.
36, because
Things
damage
down
over
the
time effects,
staircase the House of
when you
Song
have
was once
resistance,
known for
well,
is now
you get the reduced
crumbling
damage
from
on
years
every
of
tick of the
neglect.
damage over time. So
Beyond
it's
it
very,
lies
very
a
effective.
sealed door with coloured crystals surrounding it. This note is much more recent than anything else in the ruined temple. Perhaps it was written by the bard you were sent to find. Your melody echoes through the empty halls. When the notes fade,
What is
you
this?
think
This
you can feel
is
an
okay.
aura of satisfaction from the House of Song itself.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. It is nice that, well, it makes it easier that they only do 3 here, not up to 5. Not that 5 is too
The
difficult,
crystal lights up.
but you know, it's a little quicker to do it in 3s, and you don't have to be paying quite so much attention. Go. Get the book. Ooh, remnants. Okay. Oh, that's... From this angle, I saw like this, and it's just like a yellowish circle thing. So I thought it was another remnant.
Your melody echoes through the empty halls.
But that is not what it
When the notes
was.
fade, you think you can feel an aura of satisfaction from the
Alright,
House
where
of
are we?
Song itself.
Alright. Go. Back upstairs we go. So that's... I need to do 2 more. I don't know which 2 are fastest. But we're going to go back this way. We're going to do the one downstairs here. Then we'll de-door back to the entrance and do another downstairs one on the left.
Your melody echoes through the empty halls.
But this
When the
quest...
notes
Actually, I
fade,
take it back.
You think you can feel an aura of satisfaction.
If you're doing
from
these
the House of
side
Song
rooms,
itself.
then yes, it does have the whole large but relatively empty as far as enemies are concerned. But if you do it differently, like if you only go to, let's say, like rooms that are open and none of the backdoor ones,
Rubble blocks the
then you're good to
doorway.
go.
You
Which
will
way
have
is the
to find
entrance?
another way
This way is the
around.
entrance. Cool. I said I was going to de-door, but because I was already downstairs, this is basically the same. Tides of Chaos spell power, there we go. Ionian scale, thank you very
Melody
much.
echoes through the empty
And this
halls.
is the last
When the
one.
notes fade, you think you can feel an aura of satisfaction from the House of Song itself.
Ding, ding.
The way to the inner
Excellent.
temple is now open.
We are good to go.
You must have pleased Dogma. At least a little.
And of course, you could go around and do all the others, and then it opens up that side area, but I'm not too concerned about the side area.
The door to the inner
And by side
temple
area,
is
I mean an
now
optional chest.
beyond
That's
is
what's
a
in there.
splendid drown
It's not like a whole
coming
extra
down.
thing.
The other members of my party left and never returned. I might have guessed. To be honest, I never fully believed our plan would work. The other elves will never
There we
accept
go.
us until they truly understand us. With the key, the temple of inspiration, I can write the story of my party and why we left the Underdark. Maybe when I read it, the others will understand. The guardian of this temple is far too strong for me to challenge on my own. But you may yet succeed in your task. Go on.
Excellent.
Challenge her. I have no quarrel with you or your
That,
You feel strange sensations.
not
as you
exactly
enter
the
heart of Alchemist Temple.
hardest of things to do. And look, I've been forgetting to put on my voice this whole time, so I've been just
A
not
sphinx
getting
stands
the XP.
expectantly in the center of the chamber. So far, you have proven your wit, says the Sphinx. Yet are you capable of protecting
There
the
we go.
mythal from those who would bring it harm? Come,
Alright,
prove
so we're making
yourself to
progress.
me in
We're getting a couple
battle.
more points.
enough! The Sphinx shouts, her voice booming throughout the chamber. Ogma and I are in agreement. You
Right,
are
we need to
worthy
know go
of the eye.
southeast, not just east.
She nods towards the back of the room, where a door begins to open. You found the icon of the humans. As you turn to leave, the bard
Okay.
waves to
So
you,
yeah,
smiling
that's
sadly.
Moander. Yeah. Of course, I might have to take a slightly circuitous route because
Actually set
there's a big
my
cliff
eyes on
there,
it.
and we need to get across the river as well.
Go. Return to the elves.
There we
Find
go.
the mythal. You're capable adventurers.
Looks like Twitch is running an ad, which is fine because that means that
My poem.
the time it cuts out is time spent running to the quest, which is not always the most interesting
Perhaps once
portion.
I am finished, we
Unless,
will
of course,
be
we're
accepted by
talking
us.
about a particularly interesting topic.
I think I was
And there are many topics to talk about, like what happened on Tuesday, actually, right as I was about to end stream, is that someone came in and was like, oh, I've never seen this before, what's this? So instead of ending stream, I ended up just talking about a bunch of things about DDO in general, and like stuff that a new player would need to know or be interested in knowing or whatnot, and that took a while, because there is a lot to know. And there's a lot of like basics and gotchas and whatnot.
You've been teleported
Even stuff that we kind of take for granted is like that people know. It's like, well, what's the monetization scheme on it? Okay, well, that's a pretty reasonable thing to ask,
with Moanda. This is a seed of Moanda.
because it's like, is it free to play? Is it subscription? Like, is it pay to win? What's going on? It's like, oh, well, about all that. Alright, so. We'll see what we can do about getting through all this.
A look at
Ah,
the
yes, the
floor
acid
suggests
portion.
that touching it would be a
Resist
bad
acid, please. Thank you. Just so that when I touch the acid, and it is when, not if. I won't take as much damage. Granted, it still hurts a decent amount, but not the worst. Come on. There we go. We take the seed. And I think de-dooring is faster here. I'm not sure. Oh, good. She's calmed down a lot now that the fireworks have gone quiet. Can I open this without killing these? Yes. If I can avoid getting hit. Excellent. Now I can AoE it down all four at the same time. Why did that one not go off? Yeah, the whole is like some wild magic stuff just doesn't hit fey creatures is kind of annoying. $3,000. Go. There, there. There we go. Last seed acquired. Ah. The Galanda distillates are like throwing me off because normally when something drops like that, when you're on something that isn't wild mage, it's a remnant. So it's like, oh, remnant. Oh, no. Not a remnant. It's like, oh, remnant. Oh, no. Wait. Not a remnant. Ah. Just random boos.
A strange, throbbing pod dominates the chamber. No doubt this was part of the plan to revive the... You've placed a seed of...
You do it the hard way. Just light them all at once.
Into the strange pod. A huge flame bursts out of the pod. Yet this thing was not allowed to ripen properly. This is no longer just a flaming entity. The ritual has been destroyed. I plan to revive Malanda along with it. No one can contact with the god. I can say that similar
there we go. Alright, now we get to go to the other one. Now, did I need to detour there? No. Like, it's not that much faster than just leaving in more conventional ways, like recalling. But the guy who was in here with me, I saw that he had a dot on him because he, his character made like the little flinch animation from taking damage. So it's just like, oh, yeah, it'll be way easier for him to recall if I actually toss up the D door. Let's see. Are we on the right level? Do we need to go up? I'm gonna go up anyway because it's easier to jump down than it is to jump up. There we go. Get our buffs going.
The path of the drow.
I'm way more familiar with this quest than I would like to be, because I tried to farm it a lot on the assassin life, and of course I never got what I was looking for, but you know, that's what happens when you try to farm for gear. It decides to be like, no. That's just how that goes. Okay, we killed some of them, so it's fine.
You notice a small green leaf lying on the ground. One of the captives must be marking it. A massive umber.
This guy is a pain.
The cave floor. It's
in legendary.
Tracking your every move.
Mostly because he's so healthy. Behind him so we don't get stunned.
The massive creature crashes to the ground, shaking the cavern.
Camera shake is a bit intense, but we're fine. We'll get over it. It's about time we saw something freeze. Starting to think maybe the Crown of Snow wasn't worth it.
This small clearing shows signs of having been recently
there we go.
used.
Like, come on. That's right. As I mentioned, I forgot to get the thing, my Helm of Death Ward. So we are susceptible to level drain. That's right, he has sprint boost. And he's barbarian, so he's like double faster than me. Which way you going? Alright, I'll go this way then. More doing lots of damage to water elementals with fire damage. And I suppose the other argument against is like, how can you damage something made of water but with fire? It's like, well, we're made of mostly water. And we can be damaged by fire, so I mean, that's going to count for something. Oh. See, this was a not a great split. He should have definitely gone right, because I am more able to handle these guys. If I could just jump out of here. Okay. We did bring res scrolls. And this is why we level UMD. But yeah, he should have gone right and I should have gone left, because that particular section just sucks on melee, because sometimes the water elementals just say they're hovering over the water, pelting you with spells, and you can't really melee them. I mean, sometimes it works out, and they get close enough for you to kill, but sometimes they're just being giant pains.
Gives you a scathing look. It seems some surface rabble has caught up to us.
Right.
Just in time to feed my little pet. With an ear-piercing shriek, the hook horror leaps at me.
Go.
Kill them! She looks a bit worried. The hook horror drops to
Now,
all fours.
I have a decent amount of confidence
Then it
in
collapses to the ground.
the strength of my partner here, because it's easy to see what his weapon is. He has the standard overpowered leveling weapon, which is he's got a Sword of Shadows on.
The captives give
Oh, and I once again forgot to put my voice on.
They quickly disappear
And
into the
into Tripling
mushroom
Strikes.
heading
Ah,
back
yes,
to the
that one.
surface. You've dealt with the raiders and freed the captives.
Off we go.
Time to leave the Underdark and return to the ruins of Myth Draenor.
There we go. All right. We have points to spend. Yes, burning lever, sure. We can start on that point. Alright, we will take the fire crit, please. Thank you. Wait, no. Cancel. Okay. So I guess we'll start at the Burning Library and then head north. Which is not my normal pathing, but he asked, and I think it's actually a decent pathing. Where the hell is it? Is that it? I think that's it. Now, this is a big wilderness which is relatively sparse. But then again, they do like their big wilderness zones, and it's actually kind of nice that they get to have areas to explore, even if I personally don't end up exploring them that much. It is nice, and it makes the, I guess it makes the world a little bit more alive. to actually have some outdoor areas with like actual space instead of all sewers. Because I think that was my biggest criticism of the most recent quest pack that was released, was the one that was in the Stormreach sewers. It's like, we have more than enough quests in the Stormreach sewers. We did not need another one. But I did like the Dino one. The Dino one was cool, and there's still one that I haven't done, like the one in Evening Star I haven't done yet. Because when I went to try out all the quests, well, it was it was disabled because it was broken. And I haven't been back there at like the right levels or anything.
The smoke billowing from a gigantic tree nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention.
So, book burning.
A large, shining dragon who watches the blaze with grave concern.
Now, the good news is that by being Chaosmancer, I do have immunity strip on Scourge. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. Of course, we don't need immunity strip because we have a lot of chaos damage anyway.
The last of the fiery foes falls, and the barrier fails. The path to the Scorpion Moon is now open.
Alright. We've hit some things, so we've got that going for us.
Waves of heat cascade over you as you choke on the smoke billowing from the sorting room. More smoldering creatures are inside. Extinct. Smother all resistance in the sorting room. The way to the upper library is open.
There we go. This is the way to the end. There is an optional you can do in that area, though. I don't know why sometimes the ordering matters there and sometimes it doesn't. Like, sometimes it does damage on the first hit and sometimes it doesn't.
Defeated. More flames dissipated. You can now access the upper library. But a particularly large creature patrols the room, spreading flames.
My color sprays. It's okay, we'll heal when we go through the portal.
You've quenched all opposition in the
There we
upper
go.
library, but the Afriti escaped through the portal.
I think
Chase
I'll go
him
ahead
down
and
to guarantee
swap
he can't bring any
this
more of
now.
his minions back to the library.
Yeah, like, why did that land? Or are those guys not immune to fire to start with?
Ahead, you can see the Afriti gathering more of his fiery minions. Put an end to him once and for all. With the Afriti defeated, the
Go.
library will be safe.
Chaos Hammer, I seem to think should be hitting harder, but I guess it just doesn't hit as hard as I remembered. Unfortunate. And now we head north. Way, way north.
The smoke billowing from a gigantic tree nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention. A large, shining dragon who watches the blaze with grave concern.
Now, it's somewhat annoying that my XP swap is like part of the set. Because there's a lot of times where like you'll have to swap in your voice or something. And it's not really a big deal. Like, you'll lose some little strength or a little defense or something like that. But it's not really that big a deal. It doesn't really matter because it's not really a big part of your strength. But in this case, swapping goggles means I'm breaking my set bonus. So I do drop a decent chunk of strength. And by strength, sorry, I mean basically combat power. Not like the actual stat strength. we don't care about that one that much. Even though we have 24, which is kind of funny. How do I have 5 from feats and enhancements? Is that past lives? I think past lives count for that. So I've got like 2 racial? I've got 2 from racial. I've got 2 from heroic completionist. Maybe I've got 3 from racial? Are there 3 strength races? Or is it like only Warforged? I'm pretty sure Warforged is strength. Or is Warforged Constitution?
Somewhere inside this
I think
Gallic
Warforged is
museum
Constitution.
lies
Now
the grave
I have
of
to look
one
it
of
up.
The wizards who created the key to the mythal. It's time for a chat. If you can find him.
I'm up. Wasn't napping at all.
Let's see.
Don't worry.
Vampire is going to be strength, but I don't have those yet. Right, half orc is strength, and it is the only strength right now.
No. I was quite clear.
Well, I suppose Vampire is out now, so that counts.
Not 1 second longer.
But I have not purchased it yet, so really it doesn't count.
That was that. Now off with you. Let me get back to mouldering away peacefully.
I just spoke with
Wizard's
him.
around here somewhere.
There we go.
No doubt you'll find him. It's not likely he's run off. Little graveyard humour there. You get that for free.
The groundskeeper isn't
Okay,
happy
now
to be
time to
disturbed.
fight things.
She has no idea where this wizard you're looking for might be, but guesses that the assistants surrounding nearby might have an idea where to look. 4 plaques beside this door show the location, name, career, and death
Alright.
date of these 4 wizards. Time, however, has caused them all to run away. This is why the dead remain restless. They have lost a sense of who they
Right,
were.
there's one
Something
down.
feels wrong. It seems that you've placed something incorrectly. The dead are none too pleased.
Okay. Open
You
sesame.
look over the epitaph on this side, but the information doesn't seem to match the wizard you're looking for. On to the
Great
next
Reaper,
page.
why?
Glimpse of the word wizard on this side. This must be the correct wizard. You found the body of the wizard who helped make the key to the mythal.
Ah, it was on the other side, so he got it. Excellent.
The wizard tells you about a hidden cache where you will find
Hello,
everything
bear.
you need. But he was maddeningly vague about its location. You're about to give up in frustration when you spot something unusual indeed. It's the bear you saw earlier in Ildranath's tower. What is it doing here? Just as you are
To
about
fall
to
asleep.
speak,
So that's a
the
good
bear
sign.
walks off down the corridor. It looks back at you over its shoulder, as if inviting you to follow.
There we go.
You see a figure in red, hard at work searching through the room. He turns in surprise, catches his breath, and whispers an incantation.
Managed to get that one. Okay, we are good to go. Now we just need to wait for the bear to
Red
let us out of
wizard
here.
falls, leaving the dead he commanded
There he is.
finally rest.
Hello, bear. Show us the way, bear. Do we still talk to him again? No, we're still following the bear. Follow the bear.
The bear has led you to a hidden passageway. Squeezing through, you notice a flume in the wall in front of you. You notice that someone has gotten here before you. blizzard falls at last. The
We're
bear
huge.
squeezes into the hidden passage and walks towards where you saw the glint earlier.
Oh, we're small again.
Examining the wall more carefully, you find one of the bricks is loose. You tug on it, revealing the cache the wizard mentioned. Inside are 3 items: a scroll, a ring, and a note. The note seems to assume that the temple to Legolas Enareth must be where you need to go.
Ooh, he got a
next.
dart of the Golden Age. Everyone knows that darts are just premium weapons that everyone wants the most. Like, I think in theory, alchemists can make decent use of them, but I just don't think there are enough good ones for them to choose it over throwing daggers, was the last thing I understood about that. I actually don't know how strong Alchemist Thrower is right now. I've heard good things about Monk Shuriken Thrower, but I have no idea if that means Thrower in general is good, or if it's something just special about Shurikens. I know that they both get the, like, not actually double shot, but it's basically double shot. Where it's like, you have an extra chance. I think it's based on Dex. It might be based on Int for Alchemists. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've even looked at the possibility.
Resting place of Mithrannor's elusive god of time. Here, you should be able to uncover the secret of the key to the Mythal. You see a plaque against the wall.
Let's see if we can remember the routing here.
Step on your journey. You pick up the box of
I normally make 1 or 2 small detours. No, detours makes it sound like deliberate. I usually get lost for a short period of time, like 2 or 3 times. Like I go down what would be an optional or is a dead end. But I no longer get, like, completely turned around lost. Like, going the wrong way entirely, not knowing what I'm doing at all. Like, I don't worry about that anymore.
Catch a glimpse of something that should not be possible. An intact city, untouched by ruin. Stepping through the
I keep expecting to be running faster after I stand still because I've done like 2 Tabaxi lives in a row.
Centuries ago, before the city
That is not how that works. Other people don't get to automatically run fast just for, you know, stopping to open a door.
Destination is the Mythal Consortium, located across the street. This is the city in its original state. Grand and serene.
Is left
without
correct?
danger or decay.
Left is correct,
Your destination
maybe.
is straight ahead. The Mythal Consortium. You enter the Mythal Consortium. People gather in circles, talking in a lavishly decorated foyer. Someone might have the information you seek. This person wasn't able to help with your search. However, just as you
Oh wait,
finished
did we go the wrong way?
a rift
We did go the
appeared.
wrong way.
After stepping through the
Boo.
rift, you find yourself
I thought I
back
wasn't going the right way
present.
because he came this way too, so I was like,
Fallen
oh,
into a state of decay.
that must mean I chose the right way because he also chose the same way. But no, it looks like he was just following me. Which is, you know,
From the other side,
his fault, really, for trusting me.
you see the remains of what must have been stairs up to the upper level of the consortium. You'll need to find another way upstairs.
Okay, I know that here we go through this door. Okay. It's not out of range, I'm right
you hear
here.
a grinding of stones in the distance.
Right. There we go, and then we talk to this dude.
The High Mages who lead the Mythal Consortium are involved in some sort of secret ritual today. That must be the reason why you were told you should seek them out in their tower. A secret passage has opened up in this chamber.
Right, I guess we don't have to fight that set. There we go. That one is the bait. key. Is this the right way? Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, we're just chilling over here. Alright, there's a whole downstairs section. Oh, downstairs is underselling it a bit. The whole underground section is much more accurate. No, that was the wrong button. Go. I don't think there's a...
Pick up a silver key.
I'm wrong. I was gonna say, I don't think the key is here until we get to the next level, but I was immediately proven wrong when my party member here picked up the key. It's like, I think it's on the other side. It's like, no. No, it isn't. Alright, blue crystal. That's gonna help us because we know that we need to head to the blue crystal door next. You and your sprint boosting. You will be slowed down by the fact that we have to kill these things. What? Like, I know I cast the spell, and the reason I know I cast the spell is because I got a wild surge proc. But it still didn't land on anything. Which is a little frustrating, but not the worst. Maybe I should have gone air and gone like top tier for the air leap. That might have been nice.
This door is marked with a sign that says "To the courtyard."
There we go.
Tied.
Again, as we said, we look for the blue crystal.
This locked door is marked by a
Oh,
dim
nope.
blue crystal.
This was the wrong way. This is the shortcut.
This door needs to be unlocked with a silver key. You unlock the door.
This is also a shortcut. I've made that mistake before.
Room but a jumble of bricks.
Opened that door and gone through it and been like, ah, excellent, we are on our way. And we were not, in fact, on our way. We were on our way backwards, which is not how we wanted to go. Go, got that. And through we go. How you doing? Are you doing better now that all the explosions are gone? You certainly look like you're doing better now that the explosions are gone. Would you like a carrot now? Excellent. She has accepted my gift of food. Which is good, because that's standard behavior. Not accepting it is a sign that she was very stressed earlier.
A mass of tiles sprawls over the floor in this room. The last room lights up, and you hear it click. It must be
Now we
lever
get the
on
yellow
that
one.
wall unlocking. You
So when we
pull
get
the
back to
lever,
the
and yellow
central
crystal
hub-like
lights up.
area, we just need to look for the yellow door. So we'll know that that is the one that opened most recently. We want to get back to the middle area and then
Two guards
Side
stand in
and
front of
yellow
this
door, because that's the one we
There are three
just
other
opened.
locked doors in this hallway. One is marked with a yellow crystal, another is marked by a green one.
Ooh, Black Dragon Bolt. That's not great. We don't want to go back through that. That just opened the way to return. Here we go.
You find some shield
I remember
guardians
this being
guarding
annoying on the Assassin Live, because you can assassinate these, but you can't really assassinate this specific set because they don't aggro and they're not targetable until you see them, until they can see you. So you can't assassinate them because you can't target them until they've already aggroed on you, which is a bit annoying. Just one more reason why assassination as an overall playstyle is not ideal. But I still had a really good time with it, even though it was not ideal. Okay, where are we going? Not that way. Hi. I'm immune to a lot of my crowd control effects, but not all of them.
Pick up a gold key from atop the cabinet.
Gold key is for the big middle door, which I believe we have to hit here in the past. No, present. Everything's ruined in the present.
This door requires a gold key. You unlock the door with a
Because,
gold
you know,
key.
more time has passed.
Returning to the past, you find yourself in a well-decorated bedchamber. You spot a small, shining object in the shadows.
Now we can go back downstairs, which we need to do in the past. Because the past is when, well, the stairs still existed, basically. They did not exist in the future because they all came crumbling down, crumbling down, crumbling down.
You hear a soft click as the key fits into the lock. The way to the courtyard has
Now,
been
one
opened.
thing that you don't need to worry about if you're in Reaper on this quest
Air of a manicured
is
courtyard.
mana.
There are two buildings on either
Because
side. But what
you
stands
go
out
through
to you is the
so
tower
many
directly
portals
ahead.
that it just keeps getting restored to
Tells
you.
that this tower is off-limits
Well,
to
I
all
suppose
those
health
who
would
have
be
been
the one that you get more of.
Refreshing the High Mage's Ring
There's not nearly
is
as
enough
much
proof
extra
that
mana
you're
in the Reaper
welcome
trees as there is health.
Inside the tower, you enter a sparsely decorated stairwell. 3 mages stand before a ritual circle. 2 turn to confront you,
Everyone
but the third holds
and
up
Scream
her
Sheet
hand.
twice. There we go.
Peace, Lord Engluth, Lady Ekorn. I sense no malevolence from them. Tell me, why have you come here?
Lady Ekorn narrows her eyes.
So where do we want to put our next
Accept
points?
your presence here, but
Obviously, we can
get
go
in
into
the way.
efficient
I will not
maximize
hesitate to
and just
force
run
you
maximize on
out of
everything
here
all the
myself.
time more easily,
Nods his head.
which is probably a decent use of points.
The only way you could have that ring is if I gave it to you myself. There is no other explanation. Very well. I shall believe your theory. It turns out that the key to the Mythal was not an object, but a man. Sir
Alright.
Ildranath
Are you
has
already
been
talking to her?
transformed into a
I'm
bear
waiting for me to do it
and
as
kept
party
in
leader.
stasis
Okay.
for all these years.
There's a weird sort of etiquette thing that goes on, like,
The power to control the Mythal.
it happens most with when people enter quests. Like, you usually wait for party lead to enter the quest because they're the one choosing the difficulty,
The other mages nod.
but not always. You gotta kind of feel it out.
We have urgent work to do. the key and seal his power.
Or what will
Speak to me about what is to
happen
come.
sometimes is
That an
if you're not
adventurer
party
from a
lead,
ruined future would find their way
you
to
just
our
ask. It's
sanctuary
like,
before everything
so
fell
R1?
apart.
Yeah.
If what
And
you say
it's
is
kind of
true,
understood
the
that
fate of our
if
city
they ask the
hangs in the
difficulty and you say yes, it means that they're going to start the quest on that
Villagers
difficulty.
begin chanting in ancient Elvish. The Thrinshi shouts,
There we go.
with the ritual complete, Sir Ildranath can now
I suppose I could have just D-doored myself instead of using the D-door in the quest, but you know.
He will rest in stasis in Ildranath's tomb until the time comes when the city needs his help. You have returned to the present. To your surprise, the Thrinshi is waiting for you. She beckons
Alright.
you over.
That one is definitely worth switching to the voice for, because it is long, but it gives a good chunk of
We
XP.
don't have a lot of time. We must complete the reversal.
Oh, and because someone joined, we can actually split in this next quest, which is great. This quest goes like literally twice as fast. Well, okay, not literally twice as fast, because we will meet up again later. But, like, the first section goes literally twice as fast if you have someone else, because you gotta go right and you gotta go left.
Guide us once again. Key to the mythal, return to us once more.
Alright, since I'm not gonna be with you, we'll give you a couple more buffs than usual.
And Sir Ildranath returns to his human form.
But we gotta go over here.
Sir Ildranath has returned to his original form.
That
He
hand
can
pointing
use
this
his
way.
power to help defeat the Red
Here,
Wizards.
click our search.
Soon they will be driven from the city. A large and quite unusual dragon dozes in the
Alright,
center.
now
of
we'll
the
see who gets
courtyard.
to
It moves
go
to defend its
faster.
resting place the instant
think I'm
it
gonna go
senses
left.
your presence. The dragon lets
Because I
out
think
a
right is the one that
pierce-fitting
has the
roar as it
easier
meets
D-door
its
back
demise.
that he can
You
use.
see that a time rift has opened behind it. A dimension door has appeared in the courtyard. You return to the temple. Having completed your mission, you can go back to the present and onward to your goal of defeating the Red Wizards.
Go.
You step into the rift and return to the ruined present. Yet, a feeling of peace still radiates in the space as the benevolent
Go.
job well done. After your adventure in
We'll
the
see if
past,
this works out
you have
properly,
finally
or if
obtained
I've
knowledge you
switched up
sought.
which side is which.
You have found the key to the mythal and gained his cooperation in the struggle to come. Time to prepare for a final confrontation with Jonas and his army of Red
Oh.
Wizards.
You enter
I thought I had actually successfully opened the door.
the only
I was incorrect.
light trailing in from a few flanking windows. You have come here looking for the entrance to Ildranath's tomb, where the key to the mythal
Another mage.
is said to be. You find a small lever in the corner of the room. Pulling it,
And you do actually have to kill all of those guys.
beneath
Here,
the floor. You
See that
emerge
seam
from
on the floor?
stairwell into a
That's a
massive
trap.
chamber, somehow left
We're gonna avoid that one.
as the city crumbles around it. The tiles creak beneath your feet. Your breath plumes around you in the cold, musty air.
I believe the solution to this one, if I remember correctly, is the right two levers.
They slowly awaken at
There it
your
is.
presence. Shining pearlescent orbs.
Oh, this one is the one with the
conjure
easier
spells
return.
in the
Oh
room
well.
before you. Sections of the floor in this chamber have thin walkways for you to step across. Elegant elven figures
Go.
dance atop pedestals in this dim hallway. You open the door into a room by pedestals, emitting beams of electricity that contrast towards the ceiling. The orbs cease their casting.
Okay.
A passage
So, we
opens
get
in
the
the
red
side
one.
Of the room. A spectre paces
Oh, we took a
back and
lot of
forth,
damage there, and I wasn't paying
defending the
attention.
lever on the back wall. When it
Well,
sees
we've
you,
been taking a lot of damage overall, and I just haven't been paying attention to the consistent chip damage.
you see a large purple crystal
I guess I'll put up resist fire.
on the door at the front
That's what
of
most
the
of them are
room.
hitting me with,
The
so
spectre disappears in a shivering
it'll be
mist.
fine.
You find a door on the side of this barrier.
Well, except for these guys. They hit with lightning.
Rise from their posts and attack.
And that hits me with lightning
This
too.
lever, the red crystal above it starts to glow.
Alright, fine. We'll put up resist lightning as well.
Moans mournfully as it dissolves into dust.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't get them completely mixed up.
Purple
I did
crystal
want to do the
lights
gargoyle
up,
side.
emitting a soft glow.
And this is the gargoyle side.
A mass of tiles sprawls out over the floor. You find a hidden lever alongside these signs,
Alright.
unlocking a passage
we go.
filled with murky water. A group of gargoyles perches on a ledge in this wide room.
Here we go.
The gargoyles rouse from their slumber and lunge towards you. The gargoyle screeches in pain as it crumbles.
That is my
at
side
your feet.
complete.
You pull the lever, setting the green crystal alight.
And we got a nice chunk of healing from going through these two phase transitions. And we are now going to stand ready for his arrival. $40 bonus points to swim. That's a lot of swim. And unlike jump, swim is
With all the
not
rooms
capped.
lit, a passage opens in the side of the room. You hear the click.
So
of
the more swim you
door
get, the faster you swim. Unlike jump, that has a hard cap.
guards this room, defending the lever on the back wall. The spectre vanishes in a sputtering of flames.
Excellent. And now we can go down below and do all the placing of the icon stuff. Once he pulls the lever.
Now that
There
you've
we
lit
go.
both crystals, the large door at the entrance to the tomb should be unlocked.
I'm not used to having charges on dashes
You
that
return
don't
to the
recharge.
hall. The giant door has been opened.
I'm
revealing
used
a
to even
stairway
like
leading deeper into
it's
the
either
tomb.
cooldown
You
or
emerge
something with
into a
refreshing
dark
charges.
hallway. Shield
So
guardians stand at
basically like spring
attention.
attack or abundant step.
Signal crystal is
This whole it's
embedded in
like
the wall
you may
above
only
this
leap
door.
twice
In
per
this
rest
room, you
is
find
a
strange
little weird.
door. It should return you to the entrance when you are ready to leave this area. The decrepit walls in this chamber blend into the rough gravestone. A large plaque leans against the back wall. There are 3 locations in the tomb where you can place the icon
Look.
of the elves,
Search.
the icon of the humans,
It's a little different than looking, I
and the
suppose.
icon of the dwarves.
I forget if you get bonus XP for
Left
killing this
and right,
or for not
bundled
killing this.
The pedestal
Because
stands
all you need
against
to do
the
is walk
wall.
around the side like
A
this in order to
large
not fight it.
creature snores peacefully
I guess
in
I'd
the
get
center
Monster
of the
Manual
room.
XP possibly,
You
because it's
place
a
the icon
unique
of the
named
dwarves
one,
on the
but
pedestal.
you'll
You
see.
notice a subtle light emanating from the stone.
No mana. Oh, that's important. Yep. Alright, so we should be placing the second of them, and this is the third. Because after we place this one,
Dirt and cobwebs. A pedestal stands before the entrance
Yeah.
to a cave. A pedestal stands on a platform here.
it's like, wait, are you not placing the
You
icon of
spy a
humans here?
locked door
Or
in
he's
the
probably
back of the room.
mid-combat, he's like fighting
A
stuff.
group of Ettercaps lunges at you. You
Yeah,
set
there
the
we go.
icon of the elves atop the pedestal.
So yeah, up
Eyes
top you can split
light
and it
from
goes
eyes.
even, and then you come down below and you can split.
You place the icon of the humans
It's
on
all,
the pedestal.
this quest is really,
Notice its
really
eyes
catered towards
flash
having
briefly
groups instead of
before returning
soloing.
to normal stone.
But you know,
Now that
sometimes
you've
there aren't
placed all
people
the
around on the
icons,
same
you must
level
find your path
who
forward,
want to do the quest.
deeper
Maybe
into
they
the
just
tomb.
want to do giant
You
hold
emerge
instead,
into a
and stuff like
calm
that.
clearing. Forest animals have taken up residence here. They graze and doze in its lush corners. You see 2 passages, one to your left, the other straight ahead. This room is the heart of the tomb, where the key to the myth is rumored to be hidden. Humans device.
All right.
It must have been waiting here, undiscovered for centuries. A wild
Now,
bear runs out
You
of
get
the
to
grove,
wait for a
startled
minute
by
and
your
a half for
intrusion.
them to talk about things.
How strange. You sense a faint drift of
We can't even
power
switch to
emanating
our
from the
voice, which is unfortunate.
Could this be the key to the mythal? Something happens when you touch the artifact. The room shakes. The statues against the walls rumble and move. Stone scrapes against stone as the statues take their first steps. Their unseeing faces turn toward you, ready to strike. The statues break apart. Once again, just mounds of stone. Suddenly, a group of uniformed
another minute or so.
strangers appears before you. The one in the middle of the formation steps forward.
Just as I anticipated.
So we've been
I knew
ambushed.
that
Oh no!
following you into this tomb would lead us
Not
straight
too
to the
concerned.
key to the Mythil.
The figure smiles widely, rotting teeth protruding from his desiccated mouth.
You reckless mortals fell straight into their trap. It is fortunate that you were able to overcome the statue's power. You saved us the trouble of defeating them ourselves.
Yep.
The stranger
Looks like you need to switch over to your XP item before you get stunned.
as if his voice has been worn down by the centuries of use.
I am Druik Urgul, Zulkir of Fey.
Alright, so now we have to head southeast?
Soon
Yeah,
our
southeast.
forces will completely occupy this city. Once I harness the Mythil's power, I will be unstoppable.
You're heading...
Chokes on his
There.
own laugh.
I have no use for dolts
Ethereum.
such as yourselves, so be gone from here. Expect your demise should we meet again.
You are suddenly transported
don't wanna
away
head-
from the chamber. You
We'll
find
just go
yourself
overland. We'll
back
go
at the
off-roading.
entrance to Ildren's
It's a horse.
tomb
Horses don't
on the
need roads as
surface.
much, right?
You think about
Probably.
what the Zulkir said.
I will admit I don't know a lot
It's
about
only
horses.
a matter of time before the Red
Clearly
Wizard's
they
forces
don't need
overtake
quite so
Mythil.
smooth terrain as a vehicle with
Even
wheels
more
on it,
chaos
but
and destruction.
obviously they
For now, you
can
must
get
return
injured
to
if
Elves.
things are bad.
You must find a way to thwart Thay's assault. This city will not fall yet again. You will make sure of that.
I think that's the last one. Because, see, if I had already done Giant Hold, I would know just based on my rank and like how much XP I had. Because the Lord's March 13s plus the plus the what? Plus these, plus the Giant Hold 13s brings you just shy of a full level. Where are we? Alright, we're headed down to the Ethereum. And I think that's the last one. Alright, we need to go around. Which one is this again? Alright, yes, yes. I remember which one this is. Secrets of the Red Wizards.
The Red Wizards have established a base.
This is one where I'm also, like, always think I'm forgetting the right way.
To find out why the Thayans have come to Mistral. Fire has burst out of the rubble.
I kind of meant to hit a different button there, but that one will do too. Oh, and I still have the negative level, so that's unfortunate. Okay.
The Red Wizards want
There
to
we go.
use the Mythil to channel the necromantic power of everyone who has ever died in Mithran. A grim plan.
Yeah. So that's weird because I'm used to immunity stripping not working on the first hit, but I guess it does for the, like, Chaosmancer one? Which is nice, I guess. You know what? We'll go down from above. That probably works. Okay. We do displacement, of course.
This was once a student dormitory. Yet who knows what evil creatures have made this place their home in the long years since the city fell.
Aw, I was hoping I would get remnants. Are they immune to that spell, or did it just not land that particular time?
An illusory image of long dead students flickers.
Oh, that's Famine Reaper. Why are you healed by fire? You guys aren't normally healed by fire. Weird. Well, at least we get our healing over time stuff going, which is nice. I think this is a dead end? Question mark? Yes, it is. We'll just get the Fear Reaper to teleport to me. It's fine. Ooh, cabinet. I'm pretty sure that Reaper's not dead. So where is it? What is that crest for? You don't need crests in this quest. Okay, weird. But, you know.
You burst out
we'll make
into
do.
the night air, high up on the school's roof. Oh. Well, that is unfortunate. And ban the spammer. Hooray! Spanner. Spanner? Spammer has been banned. It would seem that the Red Wizards have moved into the classroom wing of the school.
Where are the others? Are your friends not going to help you? Not very good friends you got there. I should probably not be greedy and actually like just use a heal scroll or two. Just to top up a little bit. Prevent like just a random ability from killing me. Well then. I say as I get hit by a cyclonic blast and knocked unconscious. Okay. So there are draining mouths over there that'll ping me for like 100 as soon as I turn the corner. Alright, so they do keep resin things, which is annoying. Excuse you, but could you, like, stay down, please? Ooh, unicorn. Hello, unicorn. Thank you, unicorn. I appreciate that. I appreciate a healing unicorn. Especially because it appears to not be affected by being in combat in Reaper. Very nice. Nice full heal unicorn. Did I pull the lever over here? I did. Okay, good. So I might actually have to shrine before I do the big fight. Or potentially, I could have just managed my spell points better, but what's the fun in that? I like casting Delay Blast Fireball, even when it's probably not the best spell to use. It might have been the best spell to use, but that's not guaranteed. Pop. Alright. That is 3 levers. And, you know, it is a boss fight, so we will go ahead and shrine. It's easy enough. There's a shrine right here, after all.
The Red Wizard let your sign to tap into the myth.
And we have to wait for them to talk anyway, so we'll go trigger the talking and then rest.
His phylactery is apparently hidden away someplace called the Honor Glim.
There we go. We trigger the talking, and now we have time to rest. Everything works out.
Location of that wizard. Ongluth, was it? He was one of the creators of the Mythil. It will not be simple, but you are a necromancer after all.
With that, the Red
Put up
Wizard
all this stuff.
The time for eavesdropping is over. You've been detected.
Should we use the mechanic or brute force it? Let us brute force and see if it works out for us. We have gibbers after all. Yep, brute force works. I apparently missed one of the wizard's plans. Ah, there it is.
Apparently, this artifact doesn't
Excellent.
control the Mythil at all. Instead, it's a magical device.
Preemptive
that creates a
dexterity.
small time
7
stop.
dex trinket.
And where
Well,
is the real
about
key
that.
to the Mythil? It seems that the
I mean, I
Red
guess it's got a
Wizards
sun
have no
augment.
idea.
How's it going so far? It's going pretty well. We are I believe that's the saga complete. But I'll go check at the saga person, even though I don't intend to turn it in at this point, because I still have Giant Hold to do. Sorry I missed your message a bit. It came in like right at the same time as the bot. I was distracted by banning the bot. Okay. However, it is approaching midnight my time, so having finished the saga, we are at a good stopping point. So I think that's going to be it for stream tonight. That's going to be the the end. I don't think we're going to end up raiding out tonight, which means we do our awkward call to action things. Thank you for spending your time with me tonight. I hope you have been entertained, educated, or both. I know that they have a lot of different options for entertainment online, so thank you for choosing me. If you have enjoyed yourself, there's all the buttons and stuff that you can click, you know, like, follow, comment, all that stuff. You know where they are, you know what they do. I'll trust you to use them or not, as you so choose. But that will be all for me tonight. So we're going to say goodnight by saying goodnight.